Good afternoon on this Friday. We've made it to the end of the week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dustin here with Felicia.
Yes, we appreciate you watching 13 News at 4. So also ahead this hour, we're going to get you ready for Sunday's Colts home opener. We've got everything you need to know as they kick off the season.
That's right. And we're taking you to Gainbridge Fieldhouse for the debut of a new collaboration between the Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark and another well-known brand. People are talking about it. Making waves, making headlines. We'll tell you all about it coming up. But we do want to begin this Friday afternoon with a live look at the South Split. Traffic is starting to pick up, and we all know how congested this area of downtown can get. So INDOT is planning for the future, looking at potential projects inside the downtown loop to improve that drive.
And that includes the north and south splits. Very busy, as he just said. Ashton Hackman joins us in studio with some of the potential projects coming in the next few years. What are you learning, Ashton?
Yeah, well, first off, these are all just that, potential concepts. We are still years out, and it takes a lot of time for these to come to fruition. This study that INDOT is doing, it launched in May 2023. They are looking at how to improve or redesign these areas, the I-65, I-70 downtown loops. As we know, very busy areas. Today we learned the proposals that are in and the ones that are out. Anything from adding lanes, redesigned interchanges, and beautification. We also are getting our first real cost estimates. Again, these are still plans, still in the design phase.
We know that, constant construction can be frustrating, but, the goal here is to improve our infrastructure and transportation.
Construction on all of these are still years out. There's been no actual project plans that have even been approved. These are all just concepts, but of course it will have you talking. It's had us talking in the newsroom today because, we work in downtown, we commute to and from, so we know how congested it can be. So we're excited to see what's coming up. That'll be at 5. We'll go more in depth, including the South Split proposals, one that I'm really looking at.
Yeah.
She touched on it. It feels like constant construction.
It does, but you got to have it to improve. And, another question is the cost. How do they pay for whatever concepts they end up approving?
And some of these are pretty pricey. We'll let you know.
All right, we'll see you then at 5 o'clock. Ashton, thank you.
Okay, now to weather, because we are just seeing a gorgeous day. Can you get the G word out on Friday?
You sure can.
Gorgeous it is. Let's check in with Rob Ellis. He certainly knows the deal. What's up, Rob?
I thought you were going to call me gorgeous for a second there. I was like, that's the perfect
okay,
segue.
you can be gorgeous too.
And you
no
totally
problem.
missed it. No, speaking of gorgeous, I mean, the weather is absolutely beautiful. I'm out here at New Fields. This is where Penrod Arts Fair is happening tomorrow. It's an absolutely beautiful day, and we're expecting that nice weather to continue. Now, today is a little bit of an exclusive preview event, evening with Penrod, and there's still vendors setting up, so things are still in that setup phase. It's going to take some time, but starting at 5:30 is when some of the VIPs will come in to get an exclusive preview. But you don't have to wait for a preview of this nice weather. Beautiful conditions. I'll say this, it is a bit breezy out here, and we were talking about maybe some of the tents, making sure they're tied down nicely because the winds have picked up, gusting at times as high as 30 miles per hour. It's allowed the temperatures to warm up, though. Let's go to the graphics and show you the numbers. We're into the 70s currently. Those 70s we're able to warm up past the 60s for most locations. Probably going to end up staying in the 70s for most of the rest of the afternoon. And then once the clouds continue to filter in, and by the way, we will be watching radar to see if any of those showers pop up this evening for all of the events that are happening, whether you're heading out to this exclusive VIP event tonight or heading to Penrod Arts Fair for tomorrow, hoping that those showers stay at bay, also for any Friday football games that are ongoing. So through the rest of this evening, we'll take those 70s, we'll cool it back down through the 60s, we'll expect some clouds to continue filtering in. What we have out here right now is a good bit of haze. That'll change to more cloudiness as we get through the evening. You can kind of hear the wind, feel the wind rustling through the trees here. It likely will come down a bit as we get the temperatures to cool down through this evening. We're heading for overnight lows yet again into the 50. I'm going to be back in a bit to talk about the full forecast through the weekend into next week. If you like cooler temperatures, you're going to like the weekend forecast. If you're looking for the 80s to return, I'll have that in the 7-day for you as well. And we'll talk a little bit more about Penrod.
All right, the always gorgeous Rob Ellis.
Oh,
thank you, sir.
Rob.
All right, now to the push to make Indy safer. City county councilors want to move from input to action.
That is the mission of Smart Indy, to facilitate those conversations. Brandon Schaff joins us to explain how it's bringing our community together to address the problem. Brandon.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Felicia, Dustin. So this is all about determining safety threats and the solutions to those problems that they create. One city county councilor behind Smart Indy, that's what this is called, did that by holding a roundtable back in July. Well, this is about a conversation between the Smart Indy team and the chief of police, fire, and other emergency officials, including prosecutor Ryan Mears. It's all centered around public safety issues, and they talked about how, if something changes in policing, what's the ripple effect here? How would that affect the prosecutor and ultimately the case? They also talked about staffing, data sources, technology, and recruitment and retention.
We have all the ingredients to make Indianapolis the smartest city in America, and that was really the origin of where all this came from and why it's actually named Smart Indy. And then as we started breaking down some of our foundational data points, it made sense for us to start at public safety.
And those conversations helped create city county council proposals. That includes parental fines for curfew violations, which we've told you about. Well, those have not been approved yet, but he says that the conversations will continue to determine what's best for Indy. And coming up later, we will hear from some of the neighborhood leaders who they really are trying to reach out to, kind of get their perspective about how everybody can work together here and hopefully try to address public safety and all of the issues facing Indianapolis.
All right, sounds like they're taking a lot of voices into consideration here to come up with some ideas.
That's right.
Thanks, Brandon.
Shortridge High School students wanted to send a strong message about gun violence today, so they walked out. Yep, they got up and walked outside. This was part of a movement called the Students Demand Action National Walkout. After the deadly mass Catholic school shooting in Minneapolis, students here told us they want local lawmakers to take their safety seriously. You're going to hear from them and what they're specifically asking for tonight on 13 News at 6.
Alrighty, everybody, the third week of Operation Football is here.
The game of the week, Ron Colley at Chittard. Dom and Eli have the details.
Week 3 Operation Football is here. Man, oh man, was Beech Grove awesome this morning for sunrise kickoff. Oh my gosh, is this weather? 3 weeks in a row? Are you serious right
Batting
now?
1,000, Mother Nature.
And we got a great slate tonight.
Yes, we do. So game of the week, we're going over to Chittard, taking on Ron Colley. Great matchup when these two have gotten together.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically in the last few years, each contest decided by one possession and one score. So looking forward to that. After that, I'm bouncing up to HSE.
All right, we got top-ranked Brownsburg, defending state champs, welcoming in Franklin Central, 2-0. 2-0. All right, top 15 matchup there in 6A. Zionsville Westfield as well. We got a couple more, actually 3 more games with that. 7 total tonight, live, Eli and I.
That's right.
Doesn't get much better than that. It's been fun first 2 weeks.
Let's do it for a third time.
Why
all right?
not?
Clear skies, clean highlights coming your way tonight at 11.
That's right. What an action-packed night ahead, and another Friday night of great weather for it, too.
I know, it's absolutely
great?
perfect. Starting to feel a little bit more like football weather. You might need to put the sweater in the car, but it'll be fun, and we love seeing the guys together.
No
anyway.
complaints about the sweater or the jacket, from me anyway.